When someone in your city has a legal problem, do they immediately think of you? If not, you don't have a marketing problem, you have a positioning problem. And today, we're going to fix it. I'm Jeff Hampton, owner of YouTube Rainmakers, as well as 2 law firms that I've personally scaled to multiple 7 figures using some of these strategies. And today I'm going to show you how to go from overlooked to unforgettable by establishing positioning that actually sticks. After all, you don't have to be famous nationwide, you just need to own your city. Because here's the reality. In lawyer marketing, the first name that comes to mind usually always gets the client. We must start by asking number 1, what is positioning? Positioning isn't about your title. It's actually about your unique advantage in your market. And let me ask you, what is your unfair advantage? This is a great exercise to do. You should get out a paper or get out a whiteboard, put your firm name down, and list all your competitors. What is the differentiating factor of those firms compared to you? What is it that you're saying in your marketing right now that is very clear about what your unfair advantage is compared to other law firms? This is one of the biggest mistakes I see law firms making in their marketing message. Who is your dream customer? If you don't know who your dream client or customer is, if you're everyone to everybody, you're nothing to everyone. And this is really important. You need to sit down and determine who is that dream customer, that dream client you want more of, and what is it that you're saying in your marketing that provides an unfair advantage from your positioning compared to all of your other legal competitors. So how do we break this down and make sure this gets done? Step number 1, own your specific little niche, your slice of the market. You don't have to own everything. What I mean by this, let's say you're starting a personal injury law firm in San Diego, California. If you create a website and you basically say you do everything and you use the same messaging as everyone else is using in the personal injury space, you are completely forgettable. Most lawyers miss this, and this is really important to remember. Authority comes from clarity about what problem you are solving for the viewer. The more specific your solution is to a problem, the more specific your brand is to a dream customer, the more people will remember you. For example, I talked to an immigration lawyer in Houston one time, and he was currently advertising as full-service law firm in Houston. Even though he's going after immigration clients, I had to sit him down and say, what is your dream client? He said there was a large number of people moving into the Houston area that were tech workers, people that were on the higher scale of their capabilities, and they wanted to maintain and make sure they were able to maintain their visa status. So what did we do? We began to craft a whole new messaging strategy, specifically alleviating the pain points as a Houston immigration lawyer for these high-level tech workers. The result? He more than 3x'd his revenues in 12 months. So why did this work so well? Well, number 1, it's visual. He was able to make everything that he did specific to that particular individual. And because he was only reaching out to that individual, he excluded his non-dream customers, and he was fixing the problems, alleviating the pain points of the person that he wanted more business from. Number 2, it was specific. And why? Because we're only talking to one specific area of the market, and we're going to own that market. And then number 3, it made getting referrals 10 times easier. In fact, as he started providing these solutions to those technology workers, people that were here for that particular purpose, those technology workers that got a good result turned around and referred all of their other friends over to this place. Why? Because this guy specializes in helping tech workers maintain their visa status. So here's the question I have to ask you. If your market can't describe what you do in one sentence and who you are, you've already lost the marketing game. Step number 2, it's time for you to build some social proof. You know, back in the old days, authority used to come from having billboards everywhere and wearing a suit. Now, in our digital marketing age, it comes from proof, video testimonials, Google reviews, specific case results. You should be telegraphing everything that you can, showing all the great results that you've received, and you want to try to make sure and get as many testimonials and reviews, and preferably video testimonials, to be able to show the social proof to everyone who is out in the world that you are the solution to their problem. I don't think it's that big of a stretch to say that today, in the legal landscape of marketing that we're in, proof is the new currency of credibility. So I have to tell you, if you're not taking the time to screenshot that review, publishing that client story with their permission, and taking every Google review that you receive and leveraging it in your marketing, you're missing out on the opportunity to build that trust with any type of potential client through the proof of how well you provide legal services. But many attorneys tell me, Jeff, but it seems like I'm bragging. No. You're not bragging. You're just informing people what you've already done. You allow the results to do the talking for you. In fact, I would dare say If you decided right now to completely change your website and only put at the top what you do in very basic terms and fill the entire website on your homepage full of testimonials, you would probably sign up more clients and get more conversions. Step number 3, content distribution. This is the local edge that most lawyers ignore and you can take advantage of. Here's the key. If you want to be seen as the go-to lawyer in your city, you've got to show up everywhere your potential client is hanging out. At YouTube Rainmakers, we provide YouTube services to help lawyers be able to grow their brand and be seen everywhere. And this is really important because distribution in today's legal marketing landscape is very undervalued. When I say show up everywhere your clients are hanging out, I'm talking about places like YouTube and providing videos answering frequently asked questions from clients, LinkedIn posts where you explain complex issues in plain English, short clips that you have on Instagram or TikTok explaining and providing value, and appearances on local podcasts or business panels. And it's not just a post one time and forget it. If you want to win this game of distribution, you've got to post consistently. The goal is simple. You need to become the voice in your niche. When someone says, who's the best personal injury lawyer in San Diego? The first person they need to think of is you. And I want you to understand, the old way of billboards and TV ads used to be the way that gets it done. But those particular media options are now legacy media that is dying. And what we're seeing taking over are YouTube and social media options where everyone is watching and where you can be found. And finally, step number 4, leverage local PR opportunities and partnerships. As much as we are all relying upon online marketing now for our lawyer marketing, never underestimate the power of offline authority. If you get the opportunity to speak at a Chamber of Commerce events, a wealth planning panels, maybe HR or executive events, anything closely related to the services you provide for your law firm, you should take advantage of every opportunity. For example, if you're an estate planning lawyer in Dallas, you should be looking for every opportunity to partner with local CPAs, maybe financial advisors, and other ancillary, maybe similar type of businesses that provide value to your dream customer. By doing this, you can leverage those relationships and you'll see a multiplier effect in the growth of your business. Now, why does this work? It's very simple. There is a transfer of authority. When you work with a CPA or you work with financial advisors, they are going to transfer their authority and trust over to you through that introduction. And now you have instant credibility with people that didn't know you. You're able to leverage that credibility and trust into a relationship that could lead to more relationships with referrals, and now you're talking about law firm growth. Because here's the key. You need to become your area's trusted local advisor, not just a lawyer with another website. For example, at YouTube Rainmakers, one of our clients, Solano Law, began to take this distribution method that we talked about here, and she started sharing her expertise through the power of YouTube. She blew up very quickly, and she was able to repurpose those same videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all over her other marketing, and she began to immediately see multiplier of multiple clients in the range of between 12 and 20. Within the first 90 days, she had clients signing up because she was able to master distribution. Another client we worked with, Talai Law, he loves to do online wealth preservation seminars for his asset protection firm that he runs, but he wasn't able to attract the number of people to come to those seminars, and he had not mastered distribution. The moment he started creating helpful, go-to content on YouTube, it acted as a funnel that would bring in the right eyeballs and introduce them to his webinars that led to an increase in sales, and now he's on track to double his firm. Don't get me wrong, they're not famous nationally, but locally, they're untouchable. Here's the brutal truth. Being a lawyer in your city is no longer enough. You need to be the lawyer, the one name people mention in your particular area of law that they will say without hesitation. Positioning isn't about being louder. It's about being clearer and being harder to forget. Speaking of being harder to forget, I have to ask you a question. Are you creating content right now? If not, you will soon be left behind in the lawyer marketing landscape. Check out this next video where I break down why all lawyers should be creating content right now. See you over there.